The behavior the spotted orb weaver is displaying is called stilting. It is characterized by the straightening of the spider's legs, moving the sternum away from the hub. You can see the dorsal tilting of the abdomen caused by this movement. Here we can see the orb weaver responds to the flash of my camera with the stilting behavior. I tried to also get a better view of the spider's body from the side, but I didn't want to disturb the web. Here is a ventral view of the behavior. Only when I evoked this behavior from the ventral side did the spider leave its post at the hub to flee.
Based on my observations of this animal's behavior, I will now discuss my 4 hypotheses based on Tinbergen's 4 levels of analysis. My causation hypothesis is that the spider receives a visual cue, alerting it to a potential predator based on a change in the amount of light that it is receiving with its eyes. In an investigation into visual predator recognition in jumping spiders, it was proven, and that is cited below, I'm not going to attempt to butcher the names, but it was proven that eyes do act as an important cue for recognizing threatening stimuli. Like I said, us in jumping spiders, orb weavers do not have anywhere near as good eyesight as jumping spiders do. The main reason that I believe that light is the stimulating factor here is because in the specific orb weavers that I observed, they displayed the behavior either when I positioned my body between them and the sun, causing a shadow to fall on them, or when I had my flash on my camera. Also, in another body of research, reference below, by Humphreys, who studied the thermal behavior in the orb weaver Neogea, which uses stilting behavior for a different purpose to regulate its body temperature. It also tracks the movement of the sun, and it's hypothesized that that plays a big factor in helping the spider know when to use the movement besides just the temperature of its body. My development hypothesis is that stilting is an innate behavior in orb weavers. It is not something that they learn throughout their lifetime. Their first predator interaction triggers that immediate response. In the same study previously mentioned, again referenced below, visual predator recognition in jumping spiders, both adult spiders and spiderlings were tested to see if they exhibited the same behaviors when recognizing predators, and they did. Again, this is jumping spiders versus orb weavers, but I could not find any research published about the development of the trading orb weavers, so this is the closest thing that we've got at the moment. So I think that my evolutionary hypothesis is that this behavior evolved in another species sometime far back in the spider's evolutionary history. This behavior is exhibited in other arthropods. Below you'll see a reference to research about the behavior used by leopard grasshoppers to regulate their body temperatures. As I mentioned before, the orb weaver Neogea also has a thermoregulation function for the behavior, and as do scorpions as well, all of which you can find reference below. And my hypothesis for the function of this behavior in orb weaver spiders would be that spiders who can avoid being seen by predators have a better chance of survival and therefore increased fitness. This function was first predicted for this behavior by Tolbert in 1975, which is the earliest research that I can find about this specific behavior that pertains directly to orb weavers. He predicted that one of two things happens whenever the orb weaver is stilting, and that is that either because of the reduced surface area of its body, the spider appears smaller, and so maybe not as appetizing of a meal, or that the shape of the spider is changed and it becomes unrecognizable as prey. The concept that this behavior seems to be most related to from our semester of studying animal behaviors would be anti-predator adaptations. Though I'm not sure based on the specific textbook examples if it fits into one of those categories. You could potentially argue self-vigilance or threat display, though I think maybe it's more of a predator avoidance maneuver rather than a threat. Maybe it presents some type of a camouflage situation or a pursuit deterrent signal, letting the predator know that they have been detected. Or what I think is most likely is like the behavior of the gazelles with the stotting. It's a unique stereotype behavior specifically to the spotted orb weaver or to orb weavers in general.